Hi, Boo Boo.
Hey, boo boo.
Hey, Boo Boo.
Hey, boo boo.
Good morning and welcome to Sunday Morning Mass with Men Are So Smart. Let me get my. There we go. And there. And now, all
Wow.
rise. All rise.
There we go. We're on.
This is Mass for May the 9th, 2021. Please be seated. And now a reading from the book of Bro, according to Marco Brolo. A bro will always tell their fellow bro if they discover the girl they like is interested in someone else.
Ooh.
You know, I think there might have been a little bit of this back in our band days.
Yeah. It was, you know how rock stars are with women, though.
Yeah, we both of us had to carry a bat with us at all times. All bros know that there are only two genders.
Sadly, yeah.
And finally, what about aliens?
Well, they probably. I mean, that's biology.
No, I'm
It's two
wondering
genders.
if you see an alien and he lifts his leg on a tree or something, do you know that it's a he alien?
I'm gonna have to assume. Yeah,
I mean, I think generally in space all the same rules apply.
I think so too.
You know,
Yeah.
otherwise you'd have outlaws ruling space.
Nobody wants that.
No, not in this lifetime.
No.
And finally, bros only comment on a fellow bro's fashion choice if that choice will affect their ability to get laid.
Kind of like a fanny pack or a bare midriff shirt.
Or going as Mary Had a Little Lamb on Halloween.
Those are definite. Yeah, those you have to avoid all of those for sure.
This has been a reading from the book of Bro according to Marco Brolo.
Praise be to Bolo.
Praise
Rolo.
be to Brolo.
Yeah. Hey, look who's in the room already.
I don't have it up. Tell me.
First in,
Yes.
Melanie Dobson.
I should have guessed.
Next in was Vicky. Next is Jason, who's under the weather today. So, Jason, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, no kidding, huh?
I'm in the room.
You are?
Let's see. And Matt McGrew's here already.
Well, before we go too much further, we should say Happy Mother's Day to all the moms that are watching this show.
To all the mothers.
You know who you are.
That's with a THA at the end. All the mothers.
I got to say, Ronnie, I don't know where I'd be if I didn't have a mother.
Not here.
Well, you don't know that.
You might be one of them alien things.
Well, wait and check and see if I lift my leg. Because maybe I'll just sit down to pee, which is a whole entirely different show of ours, which still gets tons and tons of hits. That one, should men sit down to pee? How much cash should a man carry?
I saw that the men's shorts one was huge.
It's about 13,000 views.
It actually even, just when I'm anonymously browsing, the algorithm pops it up on my suggested watch list.
Does it really?
Yeah, even though I've watched it several times, it still tells me you need to watch this again.
And then, of course, there's the episode on shorts.
Correct.
Men's shorts.
Yes. Yep.
That one's got about 13,000 views too. It gets hundreds of hits every week.
And the thumbnail for that one is very disturbing.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Which, it's been a while, but I'm sure I picked that on purpose.
The there's a lot happening in that thumbnail.
Jason says Sasha's Mother's Day gift will now be laundry, dishes, cleaning, and taking care of a sick husband.
Yes. Yeah. Well, and then Vicky says, Jason, a good wife shares everything. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sasha shared it.
I don't see Sasha on here yet.
I don't either. But what? Oh, and Rick Clemson popped in. Good morning, Rick.
Yes, and
what they've had is run rampant through their household, and so they might want to invest in some Clorox and detoxify everything.
Yeah, bring one of those hazmat crews out, with the masks.
You know what we used it with
like on
the sheriff's department. They had a thing that looked like a weed sprayer, and they just would go around and you could spray it on everything. And they sprayed every surface in all of our offices with that. And they did it daily for about, I don't know, a month. And because
how much did that cost me as a taxpayer?
Who knows? Well, it was running through that coronavirus was running through our department like wildfire for a little while. And we, for the most part, dodged it at my work site. But yeah, every week there were probably 4 or 5 work sites that had at least one case, which is going to result in several other cases typically.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Ronnie, I'd like to address the elephant in the room, which is your background.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, and you'll have to see my name also. I'm Mama's Boy.
I don't know if they can see that.
That's true. That may not be visible.
Our scroll.
No, actually, you can't.
Our scroll runs right over the top of it.
Yeah, you can't see it, which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom passed away like 11 years ago, so she literally is an angel. And,
yeah. I would have to say my mom passed away maybe 5 years ago. And so I know what you mean. There's always going to be a scab.
Yeah.
And it's never going to heal.
No.
And if it does, it's going to scar.
And the last, my mom had dementia. And so the last 10 or so years of her life were not pleasant, but, she still could talk and carry on a conversation. But then she would 5 minutes later carry on the same conversation.
Well, they say that when you have a family member that has dementia, you lose them twice.
Yeah.
And that's very sad.
Yeah.
And it would seem to me that needs to be right there at the top of the list, right below cancer, as something that needs to get taken care of.
Well, and I'll tell you, because my mom, once I moved away, she outlived all her friends by 20 years.
Yeah,
my mom lived to be 90.
Right.
And she was a little bit of a hermit. She was not a social butterfly.
I can't relate to what you're saying.
Yes. Well, I will tell you this, that they are looking at hermetism, if you will, being one of the causes of dementia. Is that you don't have interaction with people on a daily basis.
Oh, I get it.
So I would suggest to everybody, do something that keeps your mind busy, whether it's playing solitaire on the computer, but certainly interact with people as much as you can, loved ones for sure. So it's important to have other relations besides, your Facebook friends for sure.
Here's a quote for Mother's Day. Happiness is seeing your mother smile. And what I wouldn't give for just one more smile. My mom was by far my biggest fan. Back in the day when I was on the morning zoo, she would follow every minute of every show. She had autographed pictures of me up on the wall. She really was something.
My mom was a little bit of a pessimist and a little bit of a skeptic. She didn't trust a lot of my choices. She was not very thrilled when I went into the sheriff's department. Um, she was much happier when I just worked at an auto parts store.
Yeah.
So, but hey, it all worked out. So I made it, Mom.
She knows, Ronnie. She knows.
Yep.
Okay. Today may be a little bit of an abbreviated show, mainly because my wife and my daughter are going to a Mother's Day breakfast thrown by one of my daughter's friends.
Ooh, fun.
So if I'm going to get any shot at breakfast, I got to get out of here a little bit early today. Otherwise, we're going to have Dad's bacon and eggs, and no one wants that.
No.
No. Okay, let's see. Hold on, Ronnie. There seems to be, I'm looking out my garage door, there seems to be a bunch of boys in my front yard. I don't understand. What's going? Oh, I know. My milkshake.
Oh, it brings all the boys to the yard?
It does. There's nothing I can do.
Well,
So yesterday, Ron.
Did any pieces from the Chinese spacecraft land in your yard at all?
No. And as it turns out, it made the Indian Ocean.
Okay.
So no one was affected by it.
We don't know that somebody wasn't in the Indian Ocean and got hit by a piece of school bus sized debris.
What are the odds of that? What would the odds of that be happening? Talk about astronomical.
It's somebody, their first trip ever. Guess where we're going? We're going to the Indian Ocean.
Yeah.
We're going on a cruise.
Oh, you're going to love it. Oh, man. And there's no wind.
The Indian Ocean is beautiful this time of year.
But there is debris hurtling at the Earth at 18,000 miles per hour. So there's a chance. You're saying there's a chance. Yesterday, that's such a joke. Honestly, yesterday, my Yankees were playing on TV. Now, because I have T-Mobile as my carrier, they provide as a service to their members, a free MLB app. So what that means is I can see every single Yankee baseball game or Mets or not as much San Francisco Giants because of the blackout thing, but the Mets and the Yankees. If the game is not on TV, I get it right on my phone for free.
Wow.
For free.
Nice.
And so I watch a lot of Yankees. But yesterday the game was scheduled to be on MLB TV.
Okay.
So it came on at 10 o'clock. I was trying to get a bunch of stuff done in the morning to make sure I could watch it. And so at 10 o'clock, I tune in, and there's some kind of This Week in Baseball playing. What the hell? Oh, and then I see on the crawl that the Yankee game is on a weather delay.
Oh.
Okay, so that's at 5 minutes to 10. So I go back to doing whatever it was I was doing. And at noon, we had a T-ball game for my grandson, which I'll tell you about. And I get back home here at about 1:15, and the game just comes on. So now there's 3 hours invested in this game. And finally, it comes back on. And then it goes extra innings, Ron.
Oh, boy.
The whole thing took about 6 hours of my day to try to watch a god-dang Yankee game.
Well, more importantly, though, did Jake crush any balls yesterday?
I'll be perfectly honest with you. No.
No?
It was kind of strange, though, and I'm not going to make excuses, but our T-ballers got to play on the bigger kids' field.
Oh, okay.
So it was kind of a thrill for them to be out there. However, there was and I track this. I don't make these things up. There was a 97-mile-an-hour wind yesterday. Did you notice it?
Yeah.
It was about 97 miles an hour.
Yep.
And that infield of that field is all dirt.
Yep.
And so there were like little baby tornadoes flying through. The kids are all holding their eyes. And I must have had a yard full of dirt in my nose by the time that I got home. So it was
not great baseball conditions.
No, it was very windy. They were playing on a field they weren't used to. He got 3 really good hits. It's just none of them went in the air yesterday. And I can tell you, he takes his hitting pretty seriously.
Yeah.
And he was not happy.
You know what? Hitting that's the only fun part in baseball. You know, go out there in the field, you get a couple grounders to you catch a fly ball, whatever. That's fine. Hitting is what it's all about.
Right.
If I could just hit, like, if I was in the batting order every 5th person, that would be much better.
Yeah, it would make the 3 hours go along much faster.
Yeah.
Actually, they keep softball games to about an hour.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think we played 6-inning softball games, if I remember correctly.
I think you shoot for 6, but they put a time limit on you. But I could be
They
wrong.
do put a time limit on it. So, can I tell you about my day yesterday? Because it was spectacular.
Now, first, I should preface this by saying Ronald's birthday was on Friday.
Correct.
Okay, go on.
Yes. So, which we went out to dinner. We went out to Spaghetti Factory. And then yesterday we went out to Hop Sing's in Folsom. It's a Chinese place.
That's
as
Chinese?
you can imagine. Yeah, Chinese food. And it's spectacular. It's like the old fashioned Chinese food. The prawns, the deep, thickly battered, deep fried prawns. Anyway, so the first thing I did, I woke up, I went to Cars and Coffee. So, and my plan was to take some video and then do another video. Every car that was out there yesterday, I had seen before. And so was not a great Cars and Coffee day. I was out there and I met a friend out there and we walked the show together and talked and whatnot. I get back, Vicky and I got ready to go. We went to Sierra College where we just got some steps in looking at used cars. And from Sierra College, we had heard of a car show that was going to be on at Doghouse.
Oh.
And for those not from the Sacramento area, Doghouse is a gigantic, it's got to be, I don't know, 50 acres or more of like a rummage sale. It's a ginormous sale where thousands of vendors take all their stuff and
fresh vegetables and stuff too.
Yes. And I mean, they literally have everything. We were out there yesterday. They have garden planters and pots and
macrame.
Literally anything you can think of. Somebody sells it out there. So, and they were having this car show, a Mother's Day car show. So we go to the car show and there were probably only about 40 cars out there, but they were nice older cars. This particular car show is nothing newer than 1975, and there was nothing even close to a 75. I think the newest car was a 72 Cougar. But anyway, they were also, and it was your friend Ray.
Oh yeah,
from Cappuccino Cruisers.
Right.
So they were also doing a little bit of a fundraiser, and they were selling raffle tickets. So I bought $5 worth of raffle tickets because they had some car wash things that I could always use, and they had some big crap prizes. Well, the grand prize was a Weber barbecue. So I bought my $5 worth of tickets, and of course they hold off. They gave all the small stuff away first, and then they presented the awards for the best cars at their show. And then the very last thing they do is they award the grand prize, and we hadn't won anything.
That's to keep everybody there.
Yes, and Ray is masterful at that. So they read off the numbers, and I was aware of what our numbers were. And like I said, we hadn't been close on anything. And they read off the number for the barbecue. We won a $1,200 Weber smoker / barbecue yesterday.
What is Wi-Fi about with that?
So what it is from my phone, I download the Weber app. From my phone, I can start it from anywhere in the world. So I can put the meat on the barbecue or on the smoker and let it come to temperature. And there's a probe that you put in the meat. And as soon as it comes down to like room temperature, I can start the barbecue up and it will alert me on my phone when it's ready. It all works off electricity, so there's no charcoal, no propane involved. It runs off wood pellets, and we were going to buy one, but this just saved me $1,200. So I'm absolutely thrilled, and it's kind of nice. The one we were looking at is strictly a smoker, and it was going to be. I was looking at one that was about that same price, but I would have still had to have kept my barbecue. Well, this one now replaces my smoker and my barbecue all in one unit. Can't wait to go out and buy some wood pellets and start using that thing. I got a tri-tip in the refrigerator that's aching to be smoked.
That sounds delicious.
So anyway, yeah, it was a good day. And then today we're going to go out to Applebee's to celebrate Mother's Day and also my birthday. So we'll be with my in-laws.
Well, that's good. You had Vicky with you at that car show?
Yes, she loves car shows.
That's why you won.
True. Now she'll tell you that she won.
See,
but she paid for parking going in, but I paid for the raffle tickets. She held the raffle tickets, and I think that's what made them lucky is she was holding the raffle tickets.
Yeah.
So I was really hoping to win that bucket of car wash supplies, but
yeah. Well, I'm sorry you were let down.
Needless to say, I'm also pretty happy about winning this smoker barbecue.
See, I didn't know that part of the story. Here's where I came in. Hey, Lou, I'm thinking about getting a new barbecue. Yeah, maybe for my birthday. Now it's you won a $1,200 one.
Yep.
How did Ray get somebody to donate a $1,200 barbecue?
So he's got one of the guys in his car show group. The kid's name is Matt.
His group is called the Cappuccino Cruisers.
Cappuccino Cruisers, by the way. Yes, props to them. But this kid's name was Matt, and he told us the whole story. It is last year's model, and it was on their showroom floor at Ace Hardware. So thank you, Ace Hardware. And they donated it to Cappuccino Cruisers. So I'm sure Ray went over there hoping that they would donate a bag of briquettes or something, and here they throw down last year's $1,200 barbecue.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
What happens to your steak if somebody hacks you? They could start your barbecue and turn it up from anywhere.
They could burn it.
And then the reason I ask is for a friend.
Well, my password will. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change my password.
I was gonna guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
No, it was admin 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay. All right, go to the chat room. Let's find out what people are saying, Ronnie.
Well, there's a lot of people applauding my good luck, which thank you very much. Yeah, it was very lucky. Vicky was the lucky charm, says Melanie. You're not wrong. I very rarely win anything. Vicky, it definitely is the winner in the family.
All right.
Sletnick says we've come a long way over meat on a stick over fire.
Meat good. Meat
Yeah,
very good. Oh, Ronnie, I'm so concerned right now. I just don't know how Melinda Gates is going to get through with the rest of her life.
No, I'm sure she's living on, you know, bread and water.
I sent her a check. I felt so bad.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured $40. She's
You know
worth
what?
it.
I could probably donate my old barbecue to her if that would help.
That would help, I'm sure, because she's probably going to have to put together, the furniture for a whole new house or something.
Yes.
She might need some help.
Yeah.
I have her PayPal account.
It's sad, really. I'm not sure how she's going to make it either, but she'll suffer through somehow. Hopefully, she's got a good support system.
So I was reading this story about them, and they're saying that it just got to a point where they couldn't get along anymore. They money doesn't solve all your problems, obviously. And so, irreconcilable differences is what is cited in this.
Yeah.
But much like boomers, once your kids are raised, a lot of people stay in marriages for the sake of the kids.
Right.
And then as soon as the kids go to college, get out of the house, there's nothing more that they have in common. It's very sad.
That is sad, and you would think that, I don't know, I'm not a big believer in divorce. My aunt really is the only one in our family that had ever gone through a divorce. It just seems it's so hard. It's hard on everybody. I have some friends that got divorced, and we had been to their house a dozen times for barbecues and playing ping pong and just, hanging out with them. Now, when they get divorced, it's suddenly, whose side am I on?
Well, the same applies to your friends. Especially ones you made as a married couple.
Right. Yeah. So it's just super awkward. And I feel bad for anybody that goes through it. And I get it. You don't want to spend the rest of your life being miserable. But
is the grass greener on the other side?
It never is.
It doesn't seem to be.
No. I mean, what's the difference?
When you're going through a situation like that, you think about all of the bad things that took place in your relationship. And then once it's over, all you can think about is the memories.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a catch-22 situation. I mean, I don't know.
Jack is saying that rumor has it that Bill could not control his browser and was looking for a new hard drive option.
Is that what you kids are calling it nowadays?
He's looking for some place to insert his diskette. Yeah.
His floppy diskette?
His floppy, yep.
Speaking of divorce, radio and podcast hero Adam Carolla and his wife Lynette are going their separate ways after almost 19 years of marriage.
Wow. I don't know.
Man, I'll tell you, that guy has done really well since the Man Show, hasn't he? Maybe not to the extreme that Jimmy Mitchell. Who's Jimmy Mitchell?
Johnny.
Little Jimmy Mitchell from the from Nashville. Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know you were a fan of Adam Carolla's podcast.
Absolutely. Yep. He has I think at one point he had the #1 podcast in the world. He had the most downloaded podcast. And I'm not sure. I think Joe Rogan may have taken over that spot. He still has, I don't know, 1 million listeners.
Which is just a few short of ours, how many we have.
We're so close.
Yeah.
We're in the same neighborhood.
We don't get the same accolades, though.
We have a different zip code, but we can see his neighborhood from our neighborhood.
Correct. Correct.
But you know what? His show is too long. Oh dang, you got the whole dang pot. I'm looking for a podcast that's a little bit shorter, and he's got a talented group of people that work with him, and I really like the format of what they were doing. But it's just I can't listen to it anymore at work. It's too long. I have actual work things that I have to do during the day now, so I just can't stop and listen to something for an hour.
Time for our Mantasy Draft.
Oh yeah,
Today,
this is a good one.
On our Mantasy Draft, we will be doing Mother's Day gift ideas from the convenience store because it's last minute.
Yeah, so if you haven't bought anything, you might want to pay attention.
Yes, please do.
And
yes, there's an
if
ad.
you have any good ideas, you might want to put them in the chat because you may be helping a brother out.
Jack Stoof says Melinda window. Oops, what happened? Was in her what? Melinda window was and her software needed updating, but she did not want to do firmware option. firmware option good. Melanie says, sorry to hear about Adam. Melinda rented an island to get away from the media. That's from Greg Eberly.
You know, that's always an option when you're a billionaire.
Jack says, well, I guess I'm driving down to the store after this show. Well, that's why we're here. We're givers.
Yes. Yeah, you might want to pay attention for the next several minutes as we breach this subject.
And good morning to Randy Brazil just joining us now.
Hey, Randy.
Let's see.
Randy, I know, has already bought his wife something. Randy doesn't wait till the last minute.
Really, Randy, what did you get your wife for Mother's Day?
Oh, I bet he got her some flowers and I don't know.
Okay, so in our Mantasy Draft, we will be drafting convenience store items for your mom at the last minute.
Yes.
Now, in order to do this, we're going to have to do rock, paper, scissors.
Right.
And I'm thinking right now where you're at. Okay, I got it. I'm in your head.
I'm not even in my... Ouch.
That's the abyss right there. Right there.
Yeah.
That's antelope to Folsom right there. How that works, I don't know. It's a portal.
There's an actual gray area in there. I can see it between us.
You don't have your glasses on.
Let's see. Oh, it skipped real fast. No, let me see. I'm looking.
Randy says, breakfast with my mom and family at the Timbers restaurant.
Ooh. Where is that? Timbers. Have you heard of that?
But I think that Randy's been going to that place for a long time. Is that the place,
boy.
Randy, is that the place that you, me, and the boy Wonder went to breakfast with your wife? Is that the same place? Randy bought us breakfast one morning after the radio show.
Wow.
And
I did that too, if you remember right.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. I remember. We went to...
Eggies.
Right. On Fulton.
Fulton and Arden Way.
Mm-hmm.
Jack says love.
Go ahead.
Jack says nothing says love more than a hot dog off the roller grill at the 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
We were at the T-ball game yesterday, and it was at noon.
Yeah.
Which is not a good time for a T-ball game.
It was a little warm yesterday.
It was. But that
I got
wind,
a little color.
This just in, I was checking, the wind was 104 miles an hour, not 97.
Yeah.
Where we were. Nowhere else in Sacramento did anybody experience this. Right at that Oh, that's what I forgot to tell you. So we're all parents sitting in the stands, sitting in our chairs, and the kids are out in the field. And it's a typical T-ball game. You know, the kids, T-ball, coaching T-ball is a lot like herding cats. If you can keep them on the field, that's half the battle.
Right.
So anyway, we're all sitting there enjoying the game, taking it in, and there is the loudest explosion that you could possibly imagine.
Holy cow.
And it literally shook everyone that was there to some degree. I mean, either mentally or physically, everyone was shook by this thing. We couldn't even figure out where it came from, but it was across the street. And so it happened, and everybody's going, was that a gunshot? I go, no, that's not a gunshot. A gunshot doesn't sound like that. That's an explosion. And we thought maybe it was a car backfiring. No, not the same thing. In spite of the Friends episode where Joey tries to protect Chandler or whatever it was, Ross. Excuse me. Anyway, so we all get back to playing the game, and about a half an hour later, mind you, a fire truck shows up along with one of those sheriff patrol car SUVs.
Yeah.
And they went to a street that I never would have guessed the explosion came from. They were there for about 15 minutes and left. And no one knows what the hell happened. Ken Blythe wants to get in our Mantasy Draft before it's too late. 6-pack of Bud. This is for Mom. Pack of smokes and a Slim Jim. The guy's reading my mind. Something for me to enjoy while in the doghouse for forgetting Mother's Day. There you go. You know what? Get the Bud Light. Watch your weight, Jack. Or Ken Blythe.
He's on to something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, Ken, I think you got a couple winners there.
So anyway, we're at the ball.
You know what I was thinking? So getting back to the explosion, I wonder if it was maybe a transformer, electrical transformer or something.
Well, it's funny you should say that because one street down from that street, there's construction that's being done. Not highfalutin construction. You know, there's just some work being done. So we all assume that's where that explosion came from.
Right.
But as it turns out, I guess we were completely wrong.
Well.
Nothing says love more than a hot dog off the roller grill. Yeah, so my wife got a hot dog at the snack bar. She asked me, do you want anything? No, I'm fine. I'll be fine. I'll wait till we get home to eat. She comes back with this hot dog. And she put way too much ketchup and mustard on it for whatever reason, probably because it squirted too fast. And so she goes, you want a bite? Duh.
Yeah.
I took one really large bite. It tasted like a Costco hot dog. It was about a foot long.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. And I took one bite of that thing. Didn't have a napkin, so I had mustard and ketchup all over my mustache. And I immediately had heartburn for the next 5 hours.
But worth every minute of it.
I'll be honest, it was.
You know what? I love me some Sam's Club and Costco hot dog. God dang, I don't know what it is. We've bought their hot dogs before. I know Sam's Club used to use National Hebrew.
Sure.
Hebrew National.
They're big on the East Coast.
Hebrew God dang. National. That's a good hot dog. Oh, man. And I can't remember what Costco uses. Costco uses another brand that's also very, very beefy and good. But man, when you get to the club, the first thing you smell when you walk in is that damn hot dog. It's $1.99 for a hot dog and a drink. How can you say no?
After you've spent $799 in the store.
Yes. Yeah. I guess if you don't have $2 left, then that's what you have to do is just walk out with nothing.
All right, let's do our Mantasy Draft. Ronnie, you ready for rock, paper, scissors?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All righty. 1, 2, 3, shoot. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Oh, god dang it. Oh, I almost went paper.
I'm going to go, I'm going to defer.
Okay, all right. Well, last time I was in a convenience store, I saw something that no mother should be without on Mother's Day. And it was a 12 pack of Slim Jims.
Nothing says loving.
Yep.
And you took one of mine.
Yeah.
So much for my deferring.
And I think that's the number one choice, because nobody says it better than Randy Macho Man Savage. Get into a Slim Jim.
You know, when you get to be this old, it's the little things that you enjoy in life. So you can look forward to that if you're younger. And one of the things that I enjoy is getting a Slim Jim on payday for my drive home.
Yep.
Used to be a milkshake, but now I'm 260 pounds. So,
you know what?
Did you know that, Ron?
Slim Jim good. That's my caveman brain says Slim Jim good.
Okay, I'm ready to go with my 2 picks. I'm going to go with a pack of Benson and Hedges and sushi.
And what?
Sushi.
Oh, sushi. Oh, yes. Oh, boy. Yes. Nothing better than
My mom deserves it, god dang it. Almost said something else there. Which I guess is acceptable nowadays on TV. Okay, Ronnie, back to you for 2 picks.
Okay.
Remember, viewers, you're going to be voting on these teams.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you know, the problem with getting real flowers is they don't last very long.
No.
You know, couple 3 days is about the best you can hope for. But at a gas station, they sell a plastic flower that it lasts forever. So I'm going to say a plastic red rose. And then my local convenience store, it's attached to an AM/PM. I think it's probably left over from Father's Day, but it was there last time I was in. It's Billy the Bass, which is the singing bass.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you are so freaking thoughtful.
My mom would have loved that.
I know she would.
I think any mom would.
She's looking down on you and smiling, Ronnie. Well, maybe not smiling, but looking down.
She's probably doing a finger wag is what she's doing.
That could be that too. All right. Can I change one of mine?
Sorry.
Really?
Yeah, sorry.
I invented the draft.
Rules is rules.
How can that happen? I invented this draft. All right, fine, whatever. Okay.
Oh, Melanie, you got to look at the chat because Melanie has a good one there.
Oh, mine hasn't changed.
It goes right with the freaking gas station sushi.
Well, I want to make sure I see it before I make my last selection. I'm updating. How come I'm not getting Melanie's? Oh, there it is. Melanie, that's close. I wanted to change my pick from sushi to the tuna sandwich.
Oh yeah. Tuna salad, yeah.
Yeah, well, but I won't. But I'm going to. Jack Stoof says, "Is a pack of condoms off limits?" No, of course not.
I think that's a very adult decision.
Your mom still has sex, Jack.
Of course.
Nobody wants to think about that.
No. I just threw up a little bit in my mouth.
Yeah, you and me both. All right, and finally, for my final pick, 5-hour energy drink.
There you go.
It's right there by the counter.
Yes. So to recap here.
Get ready to vote. Here we go, people. Start voting now.
Lou has a pack of Benson and Hedges. He's got the gas station sushi. And he's got the 5-hour energy drink.
These are all Gifts for your mom at the last minute from the
I
convenience
mean,
store.
she could do all of those in one sitting.
I know. I love my mom.
Yeah.
I want her
Seems
to
like a
have only the
no-brainer.
best.
And my team is a 12-pack of Slim Jims, a red plastic rose, and a singing Billy the Bass. So we're going to start taking votes right now.
Right now.
Let's see. Yeah. You can take me to the river. That's the song that Billy the Bass sings.
Oh, that's right. Take me
Yes.
to the
Yep.
river.
The energy drink helps with condom purchase. Yes.
Jack Stoof, are you new to our show, or have you just not weighed in before?
Yeah, I'm not. That's also a name I'm not too familiar with.
Yeah, but we're glad to have you. Hope you're enjoying the show.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, get your votes in.
Let's get Mom some.
Ken Blythe says the energy drink helps with the condom purchase, I guess.
Yeah, in a way.
Valerie Susan 52 says Lou wins. Ronnie says Melanie. Matt McGrew, Maddie, thank you, says Lou.
Okay, Melanie is me.
And Jason, I don't understand this.
Says Lou.
I don't understand this.
Jason says Ronnie.
Although I like Lou's picks, I have to say Ronnie wins today. Well,
oh, well, thank you.
That doesn't make any sense. It contradicts yourself.
Oh, Jack says David Pisano is his real name.
Oh.
He just wanted to be Jack. I was wondering where David Pisano was.
Ken Blythe says Lou by the narrowest of margins.
Okay, so it's 3-2. Oh, Jack says Ronnie, so now it's 4-2.
Get your votes in right now on the live chat, especially if you've never logged in before. Get your votes in right now. The three teams.
Rick Clemenson says me. With the plastic flowers, yeah. Because they last a lifetime. Literally, they will outlive you. Those plastic flowers will last longer than you will.
Well, the point is she's going to cherish them for a lifetime. Well, Lou, I love Ronnie's picks. I only like yours. Okay.
I see a lot of people possibly using our choices. They're possibly heading out the door right now to the nearest convenience store. I'm going to say, though, that Jason probably didn't buy any of those for Sasha. Jason is a romantic.
He made her a wood keychain.
He probably made her something out of wood. Yeah, it's probably much bigger than a keychain, a cutting board or something like that. Maybe a gigantic thing he can hang from the front of his house.
Melanie says, Slim Jim and Plastic Rose said love to me. Jack Stoof says, Mama don't love any singing bass.
What? I don't know about that.
You know what that fish ought to sing?
No.
It's all about that bass. Bass, bass, bass. It's all about that bass.
Why isn't bass B-A-S-E? I guess one of them is, but it's the same word, bass and bass, but one of them they spell B-A-S-S and the other one's B-A-S-E.
Must have been a woman.
Yeah. Come on, American language, get it together.
Yeah. That's why we're on the air today, so we can change that. There's nothing this world needs more than a way to determine the difference between bass and bass. So pledge now, and let's go to our tote board to see how we're doing today in raising money.
Jack says English is whacked. It is.
It is whacked.
You look at the word live and live also. You really have to look at the context to figure out which. That's why I could never do the news off a teleprompter, because I would say live instead of live, or, I don't know.
He got her flowers with her debit card yesterday, says Jason.
That's sweet.
Jason, this is why we're doing this show. Oh, God, Ronnie, I was going to tell you, you know how you and I both believe that Ken Jennings ought to be the host of Jeopardy?
Yes.
I'm watching this show called Masterminds on the Game Show Network on Friday. And he's part of the panel of experts. And he gets a question, what is the shortest name in the Bible? And so he gets the question, and one of the contestants get the question. And they both write down Job. Job. Job.
Okay.
And it's right. And so the host, who's the girl, Brooke Burns, that I love,
yes.
She goes, well, you're both right. And Ken Jennings goes, hey, contestant, nice job. Get your votes in right now.
That's why he deserves it.
Exactly. He's so witty and he's so smart and he impresses me every time I see him.
I think he might be my best friend if I knew him in real life.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably stalk him. I don't know, because he is obviously very bright. I wonder though, would you get tired of hanging around somebody that knew everything? It's like, hello, Ken. I want to use Google on my phone to answer this question. I don't want you to answer it. He's literally
kind of like Cliff from Cheers.
Kind of like that,
right? As a matter of fact, Sammy, the word witch and witch is another one of those crazy things. Thank you, Matt.
Witch.
All right, please. What's the score, Ronnie? 4-2 still?
It's 5-2. Yep. Yeah, it's 5-2. I'm not sure there's any way to come back from this.
Melanie says Ken is quite the card. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Incidentally, Ron.
Yeah.
My wife and I watched last week's show, and you were wrong in your calculations as to who won our Mantasy Draft last week.
Uh-oh.
You miscounted one of the votes, and you should have taken one off your score and added one to mine, which would have made me the winner.
It would have been 4-3 because I have last week's tally right here. I have it 4-3 me.
So then it should be
4-3 you.
3-4 me.
Yeah.
3 for you, 4 for me. And it's not just me. Teresa goes, you won that. He didn't count it right. It wasn't just me that noticed.
I'm trying to do it live as it's happening, and I would say maybe we need to have an impartial third party tabulate the voting every week. I don't know. It's an undertaking that I take very seriously.
I know you do.
But
you have very little responsibility. That's the one thing I count on from you.
Once I get past this many, though, then it's up in the air. Yeah, I'm not taking my shoes off.
Let's see who has the crookedest fingers.
Oh, look at this one. I always tell people I can point around a corner.
Wow,
with this one.
You could get those hard to reach pieces when you're picking your nose.
Yes. Well, and it helps me play guitar because it's pointed in the right. This is my guitar playing hand. It's pointed in the right direction.
Oh yeah, for a bar chord, huh?
So my F chord now is solid. It's solid.
Hey, yep. By the way, we're going to get our band back together. Melanie says have Whitey tabulate the votes. Well, if Whitey were here,
score would be meow to meow or to meow meow. Whatever number that is, the score would be to
she is completely asleep. Oh, there she goes. She's awake now. Everybody say hi to Whitey.
Whitey. No, I thought it was White Claw.
White Claw. Yeah, you're right.
Hello, White Claw.
Cat, and the problem with this cat is she doesn't get enough love.
Yes, that appears to be the problem. Table Saw 918, is that your
my former boss?
Yeah, it's your former boss.
Why do
Good morning, Table Saw.
Oh, there, I see it. Yeah, good morning, buddy. That's Robert, by the way. His name's Robert.
Oh, hello, Robert.
Mm-hmm. I called him on the fact that he didn't listen last week or view last week. And he told me that
Robert.
he was pretty sure that he and his wife would be viewing this morning.
Okay. Well, we'll go back and check. I'll check his IP address and see how long he watched later on.
All right. And we can do that, and we will.
Yeah.
Oh, we will. Hey, that reminds me. I watched Wayne's World last night.
Did you? That's a solid show. That is a solid show.
What is that girl's name? Tia Carrera?
Yes.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
Man, she's hot in that movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's her real voice, but I want to say it probably is. She can also sing a little bit. I love it. She does like a screamy thing, and yeah.
You will be mine. Oh, you will be mine.
Yeah.
He says that about that Fender Stratocaster too.
Yes, the white Fender Strat. Yeah, that's a sweet. That's the holy grail of Strats right there.
You will be mine. Not gonna lie, Table Saw 818 says just popped in, but we'll watch the replay. Okay.
Okay, Robert.
I want you to check that out for me later, Ronnie. Okay.
You know, we can check that also.
Yeah.
All right. So. Oh, and Ballroom Blitz. Yeah, that's the song.
Ballroom Blitz. Da-na-na-na. Oh,
what
that's
was the
awesome,
band? Wasn't the band Sweet? Didn't they do Ballroom Blitz way back when?
Yes.
That's the best version. I love their version by far and away more than anybody else's. But second would probably be Tia Carrera's.
Tawny Kitaen, who famously appeared in several music videos for the rock group Whitesnake in the 80s, has died. The Orange County, California coroner's office stated that she died at her home in Newport Beach on Friday morning. No cause of death has been revealed. She was 59.
Oh, boy.
She had long struggled with substance abuse, as she revealed on Celebrity Rehab. I watched that. And had several run-ins with the law, including a charge for cocaine possession in 2006 and driving under the influence in 2009. Sad.
That's very sad.
Man, her hair in that Whitesnake video, ooh, it was high. Ooh, it was high.
Yep.
Let's talk NASCAR before we get out of here. I thought NASCAR did not race on Mother's Day.
That's what I thought. Huh.
The command to start engines will be given at 3:32 Eastern Time, so 12:32 on the West Coast.
Where do they race today?
Talladega. And they're going to have a lot of the throwback finishes, paint jobs, paint schemes.
Ooh. All right.
Yeah. The Lady in Black.
That'll be
Darlington.
a fast race.
Did I say Darlington or Talladega?
Talladega.
I meant Darlington.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he just raced at Talladega, didn't he? 2 weeks ago, or yeah,
Last week.
last week.
Let's see. The invocation will be given at 3:24, the anthem at 3:25. The race is 293 laps, which is 400.2 miles on a 1.366 mile speedway.
All right.
It'll be on Fox Sports 1. Let's see what else. The forecast calls for mostly skies with a high of 84 degrees and a 0% chance of rain at the start of the race. And I think that's about all I got, Ronnie. It's 9 o'clock, right on the button.
Yeah, I think that was the hour flew by.
It really did, and we hope
That's the fastest hour in YouTube, right there.
It has to be. Okay, Jack is a WW fan, I think. WW fan.
Who is driving the Richard Petty 43? Oh.
Do you have time to look that up? Or
I probably could. Well, I don't know. Let's see.
Okay, while you're looking that up, I will tell you that if you'd like a Men Are So Smart t-shirt, we have them in all sizes from small to 3XL. We have them in a variety of colors available to you, not the least of which would be gray, black, or white. If you are a lady who would proudly wear one of the shirts, We will make one in the color that you so choose. In fact, we have pink available.
Yep.
The T-shirts are very easy to get. Just go on to
eBay
and do a search for Men Are So Smart. Men Are So Smart T-shirts, and then the size, like S or M or 3XL, and you can pick your color in the comment box.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Let's see. Eric Jones is in the 43 petty car.
Yes, I just looked it up. Mm-hmm. I really hope they use that petty blue on the number 43.
The STP car. Remember how prevalent STP oil treatment used to be?
It was everywhere.
It really was. And honestly, it didn't do anything more than just putting oil in the car.
Right.
It really was a waste of money.
It was an oil thickener more than anything else. It had the consistency of roof tar. So
yeah, exactly. One of my lifters seems to be knocking. Oh, STP.
STP. Mm-hmm. That'll solve it.
If it's not a Dodge, then it's not really a petty car, says Jack. Don't be petty. Don't be petty.
Well, he did also drive the Plymouth. He drove the Plymouth Superbird also. So
he sure did.
I think we'd say Chrysler product.
Jack says Mopar. Mopar.
Mopar, there you go.
And Valerie Susan 52 says powder blue. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we wish all of you moms a very happy Mother's Day. If you still have your mom, you know what? Maybe I have one.
Got your blessings.
Yeah, please do. Let me leave you with this on Mother's Day. This is from Lauren Elena, who's a country star. She writes, I've got her spirit. She's always got my back. When I look at her, I think I want to be just like that. I have to say that my wife, Teresa, who is the mother of two of my children, is the glue that holds our family together. And I also believe that there is not another woman on this earth that could do that job. She has stood the test of time. She has weathered the storm. She has taken on every bit of stress that no one would want. And she does it very kindly, and her children love her for it. And because of that, I just wanted to say, I love you and thank you. Happy Mother's Day, Teresa.
I would have to echo that. I really think that wives and mothers are unsung heroes. They do a lot of things with no, they don't need to be said, oh, appreciate that or thank you, or they just do it. They do it because that's what mothers and wives do. And I know that I couldn't do anything. Probably I wouldn't be half the person I am without my mom or my wife. So I appreciate everything they've done and love them both.
I'm Lou Gallagher.
I'm Corvette Ronnie, Mama's boy.
And we'll see you next week on Men Are So Smart. Bye-bye. Let me adjust my halo here. Okay, yeah. There we go.